Hello and welcome back to One Trainer vs. the World Season 5. When we last left our protagonist, she had reached Driftvale City, and then promptly left Driftvale City in order to get some stuff way back earlier in the game. And now she has to go and stop Team Plasma again. Well, seeing how I stopped there for a second, I thought I was going to get challenged to a battle, but I wasn't challenged to a battle. Because of course I now have more important things to do. Oh hey, it's this music. You know, this music always reminded me of the Spyro the Dragon games for the PlayStation 1. I'm not entirely sure why, but there's just something about how this tune sounds that sounds very Spyro-esque. And that just reminds me of waiting for ages for the PlayStation Network in Europe to actually upload those games on the server so that I could play them again. Because I used to have them as a kid, I kind of lent them off to a guy who then moved away and I really completely lost contact with him after that, so I never got the games back, so I was never able to replay those games, which is a shame. Because those games were a big part of my childhood, and so I was glad when they finally put them up on the PlayStation Network. Several years after I started looking for them. Although even then they uploaded the first print version of Spyro 3, which was full of bugs, so that was annoying. Just like the final boss battle had the same music as the first hub world, which really kind of took all the atmosphere away from oh my god, you are going to fight the big bad of the game for the last time. And the music is just upbeat, happy adventure music. Just seriously, Insomniac, did you not do any quality checking on that whatsoever? Huh, well that's I usually haven't been able to maintain a topic of discussion for that long. Okay, it's not really a discussion, seeing how I was just ranting, but yeah. That was an unusually long talk for me. Monologue. I don't know how to words today, apparently. Which is weird, considering all the words I just used. Right, the Team Plasma Goons are in there. Now, will I get healed up first? I think I will, but just to be on the safe side, I am going to heal up again anyway. Also, I don't know if you saw this during the fast forwarding while I went through here, but at one point, yes, I did indeed use a lemonade to recover 5 HP on Cotton Bat. What can I say? You can never be too careful. All of you, huddle around me. I can't take this cold. Whatever, I can't believe you were really hiding. It's a bother, but if you're cold, shall I show you outside? Sassy. Pokémon are our king's friends. While we're taking care of them, we can't let any harm come to them here. Everyone drive these intruders away. Understood, Zinzolin of the Seven Sages? Put him off, because here we come. Vega, let's each take care of one side. So you did not heal me. Alright then. Who do I have up front right now? These guys tend to use dark types and such, so I'm going to lead with Komori. I'm one of the tougher members of Team Plasma here. I'm sure you are. And that surely means trouble for me. That is indeed a dark type, who is also a ground type. Who is also a thing I used to have until very recently, when it got killed by fucking Emolgas! However, even though I'm not a fucking Emolga, I can still kill Sandiles. Right, that does exactly half. Hit more than twice. Damn it, you didn't hit more than twice. Right, that's gonna do basically nothing, but I think Super Fang, does it do half of your total HP or just half of what you have right now? In any case, healing up seems like a smart thing to do. Actually, switching out might also be a smart thing to do. Even though I do have those berries to get rid of confusion right now, but meh. Instead, I am going to switch into... No, wait, Paola isn't the one who has the amulet coin right now. So, nobody's getting any experience for this battle because everyone has to chime in. Guess what, Team Plasma Grunts Warthog? My Warthog is better! Well, Comedy still grew to her next level, so that is nice. Still, I took a significant amount of damage in that battle, so healing up again. In my own way, I'm a strong part of this Team Plasma group. Yeah, in your own way. I'm sure you are very strong at losing. Or something. You know, I just noticed she said she was getting sleepy for some reason, so... Are these Team Plasma Grunts literally about to lose consciousness because of the cold? If so, that's kinda dark. I mean, they are the bad guys and everything, but still, that's kinda effed up. And all of this also reminds me of that one time in Alpha Sapphire where you have to fight 5 Team Magma Grunts at the same time. I reckon the same thing happened with Team Magma Grunts in Omega Ruby, but just a horde battle against a trainer. Now there's an interesting concept. Of course, their strategy of sending 5 Mighty Enas at me at the same time so that my attack would be almost completely lowered was pointless, because I used a special attacker in that battle. So it wasn't really a threat at all. Of course, that basically sums up Alpha Sapphire in a nutshell. The Hoenn region just in general doesn't seem to be difficult in the slightest. Ah, that's annoying. Let's see. Yeah, it's dark flying, dark fighting, of course. So I could use a flying type to finish it off. Alternately, I could have used a Persim Berry and just taken advantage of that attack boost, but I didn't do that. Because this will probably be enough to take it out anyway. Indeed. Congratulations, Vanessa! You actually got to do something for once! Well, I'll be hiding in a chilly old place like this. You guys take these Pokemon robbers. Roger! Come on. Eek. Are you just going to gradually show all of them being taken away? That just seems like needlessly excessive padding for no reason, game. You guys ain't so bad. Yep, a promise is a promise. Come on and challenge my gym. Whatever. Team Plasma's ideal. Separating people and Pokemon. It's exactly the same as not having Pokemon in this world at all. That bunch is a waste of oxygen. Vega, it's cold, so I'm getting out of here. Whereas I am for some reason not even slightly bothered by the cold, even though logically I should be. But nope, perfectly fine. I guess I am just absurdly thick-skinned. Or something. You know what? While it's true that Leader Clay does indeed terrify me, I think that the rest of the gym is probably going to be fine, so I'm going to just try and level up by fighting the trainers in the gym, after this cutscene obviously.
Clay, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Getsis of Team Plasma. I've come to pick up my associates who are in your care.
I don't need no thanks now. Your buddies were trying to steal some folks' Pokémon.
What's this? It seems as if there has been some misunderstanding. We only free Pokémon from wicked people.
Well, that sounds real nice if it's true. I may not talk pretty, but at least I'm an honest man.
You talk real nice, but what you're saying kinda sounds like lying. So tell me plain, what are you trying to say? Team Plasma also has an interest in Driftvale City, and we have many, many more members besides those who are here.
Well, I can't tell if you're lying or not, but I reckon you've won this without a fight.
Fine, take him and get. A decision worthy of a businessman called the Minor King. Your grasp of the situation is outstanding. Well then, we'll be taking our colleagues off your hand.
So then, what was the point in that entire side quest? Just going to catch the Team Plasma people, only to have Getsis show up and just demand them back and get them back immediately.
Sorry to let Team Plasma go after you track them down, fellas. Say, why don't we cheer ourselves up with a Pokemon battle? Don't keep me waiting.
Well, we avoided the fight in the middle of the city anyway. Still, I can't help but think that Getsis isn't just an ordinary person. Nah, you think? I'm sure he's just a completely ordinary and nice guy. Clearly, nothing wrong with him whatsoever. Yo, give me a fresh water. Also, I noticed that he specifically advised me to use water Pokemon and not grass Pokemon, because Clay's ace is not weak to grass. Oh dear, it looks like we are now entering the chamber of the gym leader. I still have 5 Persim berries, and while I am a bit low on PP, it shouldn't really be enough to be a problem, so yeah, I'm just going to heal up and get this terrifying battle of terror over with. Or hopefully it won't be a terrifying battle of terror, but it could be a terrifying battle of terror. I am going to give you a Persim berry, because that's a bit more important now than the amulet coin.
Well, I think it's about time to see for myself what it's about, your skills that made a gym leader like Lisa take such a shine to you.
I'm not really good at giving him a proper voice. He ends up sounding like a pirate, and like, I'm not really going for pirate with him, but that's clearly what I'm ending up with. So, seeing how his ace is fast, although on just base stats alone, Komori is actually faster, but still, I'm going to use an X speed and I'm also going to use an X accuracy, because I don't want to miss at a critical moment. Well, you know, it would have actually been fine if that swagger had hit, but it didn't hit. Well, I have more X speeds. So go on, Krokorok, try and use swagger on me again, please. Did you not hear me? Try and use swagger on me again, please, I said. Thank you. Now we can do this the proper way. And by the proper way, I mean I can just kick your ass with super effective moves that will now be doubly strong and such. I mean, I don't have super effective moves to deal with his team ace, but do I even need it at this point? And here it comes! This Pokemon has a base attack of 135, which, to put into perspective, is higher than the level 100 Shiny Arceus. It also has a base speed that is higher than most Pokemon at this point in the game, although not comedy. And it has some devastating attacks that can deal with just about anything. Now let's see, will this be a terrifying battle? Oh, yeah, actually it will be a terrifying battle, it seems. Seriously, my attack is doubled! That should not have done as much as it did! Oh, well, at least I'm... Oh. Well, I guess it wasn't terrifying. That's an enormous relief. Because that was pretty much the single most terrifying Pokemon in the game for me. Well, that and, again, the super hacked ace of the final boss. But, yeah. For once, Clay wasn't a challenge.
Well, I've had enough. I didn't get the time to read what you said. I see, but I sure don't like it. For such a young one to have an imposing battle style. For such a young one, you have an imposing battle style. I know you got people who can dig up your potential. Here, take this. So this is your 5th badge, huh? If that's so, Pokemon up to level 60 will obey ya. Also, I'll give you this TM. Well, that was the plan, but I just remembered there's something I want. Wait in front of the cave at the end of Route 6, would ya?
Alright then. Well, now that that's over with, I do believe I can probably win this game. I actually wasn't entirely sure beforehand, because again, Clay was just such a team killer before, but now it does seem like I might have a chance. Well, what I'd like to do right now is to go and watch the latest episode of the anime, but sadly my totally legit and not at all questionable means of getting the anime have suddenly been shut down, so now I can't do that, and at the moment I don't know where else I should go to get it. So instead, I suppose I will just play some more video games. Also, why am I constantly running? I have a bicycle. Also, why am I even going this way? I mean, I could go and level grind on the other side, where things will presumably be a little bit stronger. Because yeah, let's be fair here, I am strictly speaking underleveled for everything except Komori, who is now hideously overleveled compared to everything else. I feel like leveling up Vanessa is a waste of time actually, because chances are, by the time I get to the next area, I am probably going to go and grab something to replace her with. Because you see, for the next gym, I shall be wanting a type I currently don't have. And the next new area I will go to will actually have plenty of that type, so there is a high chance I will be able to get something cool. Oh, are you going to want to challenge me to a battle right now?
No, I can't get distracted being all impressed with your shiny new badge. I'm also a trainer. With types like this you battle, right?
I wanted to level up my team. I didn't want to battle you. I mean, I was just coming off on the fact that I had just beaten the gym I feared the most in this entire game. And then you have to spoil my fun by asking me to battle you as well. You stupid, annoying person. Hogan, arm thrust this thing into oblivion quickly, please. I mean, I have been intimidated, but I'm still dealing Are you effing kidding me? Ah, critical hit. Nice. So then the next move will take it out. Unless she heals. Which she did. Because of course she did. Do I have something else that can deal super effective damage on her, dear? I don't think I do, so I'm just going to have to continue arm thrusting. I don't like you. You are an annoying dog. You are a dead dog. Except I'm going to have to fight you again later, so I guess you're not actually dead. Right. She's over-leveled, but she's really the only logical thing to go in with right now. So also, I was just at like a trading card game draft event down in the city. Where, for those who don't know what that's about, basically you just get a whole bunch of booster packs, and then you just have to make yourself a new deck entirely from those booster packs and fight other people with it. Annoyingly, I kept just never pulling any energy, so while I got some good Pokémon out of it, I was never able to use them. I mean, for goodness sakes, I got a Tauros GX. Strictly speaking, that should have given me one hell of an advantage. However, I was never able to attack with it, because I never drew any energy cards, which I would need in order to attack with it. And for the record, playing a game where you're never able to do anything is not fun. In fact, it was incredibly frustrating. Not helped at all by the fact that I was also really hungry at the time. Well, on the bright side, at least I got a Tauros GX, which is a strong and rare card. And now I got Fly. Well, I mean, the logical thing to do would be to teach it to... Well, I mean, I still have Vanessa, so... she would be able to use that better than Cotton Bat. But at the same time, Cotton Bat is more likely to stay in my party. Here, have a flying move that's actually physical, so that it works with your stats better. Also, this just reeks of hidden item, doesn't it? Oh, not even hidden. Just slightly obscured, which I suppose still means hidden, basically. Now I can level grind. But before that I must just wait for the grass to shake. And hopefully there won't be a spot in the water that starts getting disturbed instead. Because then I'll have to leave and come back. Right, the grass is shaking. Hang on, how is my HP after that battle? It's fine. I was about to wonder if she... Oh, fuck off! I was about to wonder if she healed me or something, but nah, I guess I just wasn't damaged in that battle. Well, if that's what you're gonna do, Paola. Good thing that's going to be not very effective on Hogan. Emolgas. They are annoying to fight, and unlike Odino, they don't even give out massive amounts of experience, so what's the point?
I don't like them. Have I made that clear yet? They suck. Big time.
I just noticed there. Hogan wanted to learn takedown. I don't want to teach him that, but he still has tackle. Why does he still have tackle? You see, return is easily better than both takedown and tackle. In fact, I think it's the best normal type move, physical at least, in the game that doesn't have any sort of serious drawback to it. No wait, I think it's just the best normal type move that doesn't have any sort of major drawback to it, period. Or, strictly speaking, it's tied with frustration. But frustration works better if the Pokemon hates you. Do you have any idea how difficult it actually is to get a Pokemon to hate you in this game? They literally like you more if you just walk with them in your party. You have to actively try in order to get them to hate you, and why would you do that? Oh, well, I'm not getting any shaking right now on this route, so... Trying again. Because if a spot starts rippling in the water, that means that the grass won't shake, which means no Audinos. And I'm pretty sure that rippling water is basically almost Alamomola, which is a pretty damn terrible Pokemon anyway, or at least it's mediocre. Not really worth being a rare encounter, at least, I think. Honestly, I haven't used one, probably not going to use one either, but that's the impression I get. Fuck off! Well, at the very least, it's very satisfying to murder these bastards. No, that is not a particularly useful move to have. No! Don't forget another move. I don't want Psych Up. It doesn't seem like a sufficiently useful move to have on a team, in a Nuzlocke of all things. Like, maybe if I wasn't running a Nuzlocke and I actually had the... rippling water again. Had the opportunity to experiment with movesets, then maybe I could have tried Psych Up, but even then it looks like a pretty garbage move anyway. Just, it requires the opponent to have made stat changes first. And, well, if the opponent has made boosts to its own attack, then you're probably just gonna want to take them out as quickly as possible. And just attacking them is in that case, fuck off, probably better than trying to copy their moves and their stat changes with a move that serves no other purpose besides copying opponents' attacks stat changes. Well, this is a move that could be useful in some situations, I suppose. If dealing with light opponents. Unfortunately, I don't exactly have a clear list in my head of what's heavier than what, but I suppose a lot of the time you can kind of tell just from looking at the Pokemon in question, so yeah. I must say, this woman here is extremely helpful to me. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to need help in heart scales, but it's very convenient to me that she is asking me to see moves that I have the TMs for, that I can then just teach to the Pokemon there and then overwrite them again afterwards. Because no, I don't want Hogan to keep Rock Tomb. What's he going to do with Rock Tomb? Fight flying types? I wouldn't even keep Hogan in against flying types. That would be a dumb thing to do, because he would get murdered by them. Hogan isn't really all that fast, so he would not outspeed, and then he would just get hit in the face by a super effective flying move. And wouldn't it have been so convenient if I had run into an Emolga there? Of course, I don't even have Hogan up front at the moment, so what does it even matter, but... Just after a rant about flying types, that would have been a very convenient thing, and then I could have another reason to curse at one.
To be perfectly honest, guys, there doesn't appear to be any real momentum to what is happening right now. She's just level grinding. Well, anyway, will Vega do something interesting later? Find out next time. Oh, fuck off, that's the thing I wanted.